Tell me about Don't Be a Creep. Yeah. Yeah.
Another project.
Yes.
Yeah. So
busy.
Don't be. I know. Don't Be a Creep is very much a passion project that started quite a while ago, maybe like 5-6 years ago. I just made a bunch of t-shirts based on this Bush Tetris song called Too Many Creeps. And it was right around the time that I really started DJing a lot more. And I felt like I've been out, honestly, since I'm a teenager. I've been on dance floors, and you kind of just, there's creeps. You kind of try and navigate it best you can, kind of deal with it. But when I started DJing more, I think, responsible for like the vibe across the board, not just the music. I was like, I want to make sure people have a good time. So I really started noticing also just creepy behavior, people coming into, dudes coming into the booth and trying to chat me up. I'm like, I'm literally working. So it just really highlighted it, and sort of born from a frustration from that. I was like, I'm making this t-shirt, screen printed a couple, gave them away, sold a couple. And then at the time I was working at Brownswood, and the Worldwide FM office was also, the station was in the same office. And they were like, oh, we really need a policy poster because so many people coming in and out. It's quite an intimate space. So I was like, yeah, let's turn the t-shirt, the logo, the Don't Be a Creep logo, into policy posters. So we started with that. I think that was the next step. And then from there, I was really just interested, and I thought this is something that could just be a poster in any club or music venue. And the idea behind it is just like a gentle reminder to not be a creep.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is that the issue of creepy behavior, of harassment, is huge. And honestly, it makes me it's just so upsetting that how much of it there is. And I am seeing so many different, initiatives coming together to work on this problem. And I'm very I feel like the contribution that Don't Be a Creep gives is like, we want to be that sort of reminder in the back of people's heads, like, wait, is this creepy behavior? Just like a self-check, like, is this cool or not? And so we go on to create these, really cool visual campaigns. Like I said earlier, I'm like a visual person. The power of a bit of power of advertising. I team up with Maud Churchill, who's an incredible copywriter and has worked in marketing and branding for years. And together we basically just use our sort of expertise in branding to apply to get this message out. And we work with festivals each summer, creating campaigns that are visually captivating. You're like, whoa, I want to know what that artwork is about. And through that way, get people in on the message. So that's Don't Be a Creep.
Is there any kind of program or something that you want to bring into this space? Because and not to excuse it, but we can link it to males with trauma and that don't know how to behave in public, and this sort of, it's not acceptable behavior, but to get to the core of the issues that are behind it from being taught or learned that it is acceptable behavior. How do we untangle that? How do we get to and taking with you're doing this other program, the artist recovery, is there room to create another program to heal men with how to behave in public?
Yes, come here, I've got the whip ready. No, I think that's a really valid point. And I mean, for me, going back to when I started Don't Be a Creep, we did the t-shirts, what I absolutely loved the most about it is that I was wearing a t-shirt and it created conversation. It created a dialogue. And I think, so much of healing starts with just starting to talk about it. And I think a lot of, around harassment it becomes taboo and it's a bit dirty, it's a bit dodgy, don't want to be associated with it. And actually we need to bring it to light.
Yeah.
It needs to be brought to light. So yeah, I think education is wildly important. And, yeah, having the conversation. So like one of the elements that Don't Be a Creep, what we like to do is like do panels, and we bring in, people from all different parts of nightlife and music scenes. And so you get a conversation between a promoter, an artist, like a DJ, maybe somebody from security, a venue owner. And because what happens a lot is that people are like, oh no, but security in that day. It's like, no, we are a music community. We're all responsible for making this a place that is safe for everyone and comfortable and fun, and not just for a couple, or like leaving a couple of people out. So yeah, we really focus on seeing and really feeling it, that you're part of music community. And there's many ways to like this. I mean, it's a huge problem, and it's not just in music and nightlife. That's just a space that I know, but I think creepy behavior can start in the office with some comments that are like, oh yeah, like a little sort of side comments that seems innocent, but take that person after work into a pub with some drinks, goes to the club, that comment then might become a physical, expression.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a culture we live in that is extremely sexist, and harassment is rife, and it's something that needs to be addressed in all parts of like society. We happen to do it in music and nightlife because it's what we know. And yeah, I can see it becoming a program. I don't know if it's something I would do. I don't know if I'm equipped to do it, but I'm here to, at least for me,
plant the seeds.
Planting the seeds. And like, I do think a lot of people, because like you say, like there's, for a lot, it's just what we've been learned or taught is okay. And it's just reminding people and rejigging. It's like, no, it's not okay. And just having that. So I think a lot of people just need that reminder that it's not okay.
Yeah.
And because they already know. And for the real deep work, the deep creeps, that requires more conversation. And I think it's really important to.
And look, without just pointing the finger at males, I think across the board, like it's something that people should know just in general, like on how to kind of be aware of that kind of behavior and respecting people's space and their preferences, their gender, their all these sort of things that are becoming more and more. There's a light being shined on this stuff, and it hasn't like. And I feel like this is also another thing that we could say about COVID. That this is another part of that human consciousness experience, or that people are becoming more aware of these kind of subjects or this kind of conversation. And it seems like the needle has really jumped a lot forward, and there's a lot more awareness on it, which is a great thing. I think I'd love to see a Ruby Savage. I support it.
How not be a creep. How not to be a creep. Now I think what I think about this a lot, and I think we've gone through a couple of decades of trying to be boxed into boxes, and what that takes away is individualism. As much as we've lived in this like era where like it's all about individualism, we've also been trying to just algorithms, like everything's based on sort of
data.
And what we're realizing is data, exact data we say here. I always said data. Data, babes, it's data. No, joking. You can say data. It's that we're realizing like no, like we're individual. Everybody's an individual. Everybody's like, if we count out one voice, we might as well count all of them. So I get that for ease. Governments, companies, businesses have to like create boxes. Okay, that's that target. But if you rule out any one voice, that's you're saying that we're not individuals, and we have to acknowledge that we're all individuals if we want to feel heard, if we want to, and we can still partake in group and societal activities, and adjust to those to fit in, or like to work together. I guess not even fitting in. It's like about just living alongside each other. But we have to. I feel there is space to be an individual with your own preferences, needs, everything within the group. Yes. But we have to allow for that space, and we have to acknowledge that when people in groups are hurt in any way or disadvantaged, that's not okay. That affects us as a whole community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I feel like people are they're still definitely, like, I think now that there's more conversations happening, there people there are still people that are it's new to them as well, like these kind of conversations, and they're like anything, when you're learning something new, there's barriers and things that need to break and comfort zones, and but it's good to see that there's more conversation and there's more things that are supporting it. Yeah.
And we always say that's actually, we always say, like,
go ahead.
Yeah, we want to call people in. We don't want to call people out.
Yeah.
So, it's about calling people in and, like, let's have this conversation. Yeah, that might be painful and difficult and awkward, but we're not about cancelling people, about actually, how can we move forward from this?
Yeah, it does, just because, and I think it goes for both sides, just because you it's new or you don't know anything about it doesn't make it wrong. Like it's exactly about, like, trying to have an open mind and I think, just because someone's got a different opinion of something, it doesn't make it wrong. It's just like they've got an opinion and they're entitled to that opinion, and let's not make them wrong for having that opinion or their belief or identity, whatever, like it's
no, two truths can be true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly.